welcome to Disney Makes Coloring. If you're new here, my name is Megan and I'm so excited to be here with you today. So today is a tag video. I got on YouTube and looked up different coloring tag videos. I didn't create one this month. I may next month, but I did not create this one. This one I found. It is an older tag and it is called Colorists Firsts Tag, and it was created by JoJo's Coloring Nook. I reached out to them and asked if it was okay if I used a tag, and they said of course, we'd love it, because it is at least 2 years old or a year old at least, from people's videos that I watched. And because I'm new to the community, I wasn't around 2 years ago, so I wanted to try it. And I have 3 channels I'm going to tag for this tag video. I don't see that they have it on theirs. So, and I believe, I don't know if they're new or fairly new. I know at least Amanda Colors is one I'm going to tag. I know she's newer to YouTube. Christina's Art Corner and Ashley's Coloring Journey. I'm going to tag the 3 of you because I know you're all newer to, well, from what I'm seeing, your videos go up to about 5 months ago, so I figured, why not? So, and I also, if you have not done this tag, I'm also tagging you, anyone. So, I don't want to leave anyone out. I'm not, I want to make sure I include everyone. So if you have not done this tag, I am also tagging you. So there are 10 questions, and let's get started. So the first question is, what is your first coloring book you had when you first started adult coloring? Well, I took it in 2 different ways. So there is my first coloring book when I started in this community, when I found this adult coloring community, or some of my first adult coloring books, because I've been coloring my whole life. So I've always had coloring books, like always. I still have some of my, well, no, I don't. I take that back. I got rid of them all. I used to have all my childhood coloring books, but I got rid of all of those with the, I don't know if you remember, they had it was like a browner paper, really, really thin, like newspaper thin. Anyway, so when I first found the community, I'm going to start with those books. Well, I started in this community. I'm rewinding. My mom got sick in February of 2021, and we were in and out of hospital, and she started at UCLA, and only my dad was allowed to be with her, and he couldn't stay the night with her or anything. So I stayed down there with him in a hotel room to keep him company, because, this all was scary. And eventually she got moved to what is called City of Hope, which is a hospital just for cancer. She had leukemia, in case you didn't know. So when she started at City of Hope, then I was able to stay the night with her in the hospital. And then when she got out of the hospital, we had to stay really close to the hospital. So we either stayed in their housing, which they only had every once in a while, and then we'd stay in the hospital again, and then or the hotel. So at the end, after she had her bone marrow transplant, we had to spend 100 days in their hotel, which is a whole nother story. It was not a very nice hotel. Anyway, so we couldn't leave the hotel. I brought my fire stick. We also did jigsaw puzzles, so we were doing tons of puzzles. Well, we also, both of us have always loved to color. And so when I got there, I brought some of my coloring books that I already had with me, and she brought some of hers she already had. And we brought our Crayola pencils. We both got new sets of pencils and new super tips. And then we decided, oh, well, let's see what they have on YouTube. on Amazon. So I got on Amazon looking for coloring books when we got there, and I found this Mystery Mosaic Color by Number. It was really not much to see. It's just a bunch of squares. I did do a few, I think, maybe not in this one. No, I did not do any. And then I also got this Disney Mandala coloring book, which it doesn't have who it's by. I'm not really sure who it's by. It's just a very zen-doodly Disney. It's not mandalas, that's for sure. So I found those. But that, like I said, I hadn't really found the community yet. Then I found the community and I fell in love with the romantic country everybody was coloring in this book. So I got this one. So this would be my very first coloring book in the adult coloring community. Now, some of my first coloring books I got when adult coloring started coming out there was Joanna Basford. I had this one and World of Flowers. I had those both. So this is Enchanted Forest and World of Flowers. I had those. This is one of the ones I found. I had, I'm a huge Disney fan, and it's very wallpapery. I don't believe I've colored in it at all because it intimidated me because it's so wallpapery. Yeah, no, I have not colored in it. So I had that one. I had gotten two. I was a Harry Potter fan. I had both of these. And then before those even came out, I don't know, I was probably barely out of high school, I think, when these mandalas started coming out, the adult coloring books. And I used to go on what is it called? It was a work thing. And we'd have to sit through all these things, and I have a hard time paying attention. If I'm sitting still, I want to fall asleep. So I like to keep my hands busy. And my mom is the same way. So we found these at Michael's and would bring these and some gel pens, or I think we use gel pens. Gel pens are colored pencils, Crayola, of course, with us, because I didn't know there was such a thing as colored pencils. Anyway, that was a lot for the first question. I was probably just supposed to show one book, but it's me, and how can you just show one book, right? So question number 2 is, what was your first coloring supply? Okay, well, like I said, my mom and I were really bad. Every time we'd buy a coloring book, we would buy a new set of Crayola crayons, either Crayola colored pencils or Super Tips. So the first thing we had when we started in this community was the Crayolas. And then I bought some, then we decided we wanted to do gel pens. So we got the Tan Mint set and the Shuttle Art set. We got those at the same time because we were trying to get to see which ones we liked. And then soon after that, I got the Ain Art, which ended up being our favorites. But, so that would be my first coloring supply. My first pencil set was the Color. The Color, I think it was 180, I think. Yeah, I think. I'm gonna have to pause you for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I would show you all of them, but I don't have their original cases or any of that. My pencils are all in pencil cases, and my gel pens are in, you saw them. If you haven't already seen it, you'll see them. They're in my What's in My Cart video. If I remember, I will put that video up in the eye in the sky. So number 3, what was your first non-budget friendly color pencil? My first one was, hold on, let me move this out of the way. was this. They're not in here. I store other things in here. I have like my Tombow adhesive, my little Prismas when they get baby size, an eraser. I don't know why that's in there. That doesn't belong in there. So, a sharpener. Anyway, that's what's in there. But yeah, these were on sale and everybody was using them. So I told my mom, I want to try these. So of course I fell in love with them and immediately I wanted the 150 set. It took me, I didn't get those for a while though, not until Christmas. So I didn't start, so you all know, in this coloring community until October of 2021. And yeah, so this was my first non-budget friendly color pencil. And next question, number 4, what was your first hardback book? Well, I'm doing it as in the coloring community. This was my first hardback coloring book, as Tales of the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. Soon after this, I got more Hannah Carlson, and I also got 2 Clara Markova books. Yeah. But this was my first hardcover book, Tales of the Forest Kingdom. If you haven't seen it, I'll do a quick little... If you'd like any full flip-throughs of any of these books that I've shown you, let me know in the comments down below. All right, so number 5. Who was your first buddy color with? Ooh. That I'm going to have to go back and look. So if you will hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Let me look. Okay, my first ever buddy color was with my mother because I bought 2 copies of The Romantic Country, and we of course started from the beginning and we both colored this page. This is mine. I will put a picture of hers up here. And then as far as in the community, my first ever buddy color was with Happy Colors on Instagram. And it was an Easter one. And let me see if I can find it. I found it. It's this one. At least that's the first one I found on my Instagram. I am sorry if I buddy colored with you way before this. I don't have it. I don't remember. I guess I could look at my my coloring journal. Hello. Let's see. I'm sorry. I should be way more prepared than this. So January, I did not do any buddy colors. None in February. None in March. So my first ever buddy color was exactly, this is it. My first ever buddy color was in April of 2022, and this was it. The chick page. I will put her picture up here so you can see hers. So April, my first buddy colors ever was with Happy Colors, Jamie's Coloring Love, Elm Colors, Mrs. Sweet's Crafting Therapy, and Spicy Cat Colors and Southern Mama Colors. Those were my first, those were all in the month of April. That was the first time I did any buddy colors. That was number 5. Number 6, I'm going to leave this here because it's nothing to show you so you can look at this cute book. The first ColorTube channel you watched. I have a list of 8 channels. because once we found one, we didn't stop that day. I kept finding them. So the first channels I've ever watched, which caused me to start in this community, was Pencil Stash, Coloring Bliss, Magic of Coloring, which he was called something else, Recovering something. I don't remember what his, because he recently just changed his YouTube name. Danny Buttons, Pamela's Passion for Pencils, Potato Princess, Sarah Renee Clark, and Zucchini Kitty. Those were the first. I could have kept going because, like I said, once we found, my mom and I found ColorTube, I just kept finding more and more channels. It was a lot of fun. When I find something that I like, I go all in, full force. I don't slowly get into it. I should, because, you know, there are a lot of things that I bought I don't need, that I barely use. But anyway, whole nother story. Number 7, first page you colored. So I'm gonna do this one because, you know, I was watching ColorTube, but I brought this with me, even though this was the first one I bought. And like I said, the first supply we bought were the gel pens. So that's all I've used in this book. And when I first started in the coloring community, well, always in a coloring book, I'm one of those people that thinks, oh, you need to start at the beginning and then go. You don't need to just pick a book out of, pick a page, which I do that now. But when I first started, it was start at the beginning of the book and then go from there. So yeah, these are all with the Tan Mint gel pens. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but these are the my first few pages here. My favorite one is this one. I had a lot of fun. And then my mom's like, I want a book like that has lots of leaves. But she didn't want this book. Because I was going to get her this book. But she didn't want this book. She liked to do the Bible verse ones. So I found her a Bible verse one that had a lot of flowers and leaves and stuff in it. Of course, I understand she needed that positivity. So like I said, I felt like I needed to go from the beginning. That's as far as I got. And this one I didn't finish. This one I did. But I don't feel that way anymore. But then this book was the first one when I got in the community. And like I said, we started from the beginning. So this was my first page. And it was the buddy color. My mom and I both did this page together. And then she's not like me. She immediately colored. I'll have to show it to you. I have a picture of it. Let's see if I can find it. This one. She's not here anymore. She was a huge reader. And so this library one, totally. And she did it with gel pen. I'll have to show it to you. And she colored it. This one she did it while she was in the hospital. I am so sorry. As I was getting my stuff together, and I think that's why I'm kind of scatterbrained and not so organized. I didn't realize how hard this was gonna be because all these first happened with her. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Okay, moving along. Number 8. I'm trying not to get emotional. I'm gonna try really hard not to get emotional anymore. Number 8 is, what is the first portrait picture you colored? So I went back, because I didn't start my Instagram first. I started my Facebook group first. There's a huge glare. Let's see if I can. And so I had to go through the photos in my Facebook group. So this is Hannah Lynn, the Christmas book. It's called, what's the book called? A Whimsy Girl's Christmas Coloring Book. And so this was my first ever. I could pull it out for you so there's not such a glare. I don't know how happy with it. I tried to give a line on her nose. I don't know if you see that. I don't usually do that anymore. I was trying with my shading on her skin. I like how it turned out. It looks really good. But I was learning. But yeah, this would be the first portrait picture I've ever colored. The number 9, my first grayscale colored picture. Well, after the romantic country, since it was October and I got addicted to this community, I had to get some Halloween coloring books, of course, right? So this cute and spooky book came out. I got it. And it's partial grayscale. So I'm going to count it. See, in his ears, it's grayscale. So let's move this one. So I colored, like I said, I felt like I had to start from the beginning. So I did, I sat down, I did this one. I did this one. And these were with my color colored pencils. And then this one. And this one. And then I got the Star Joys. Yeah, I got the Star Joys next. I did that one. And that one. And then soon after this, I got my Castle Arts. So yeah, that was my first grayscale picture colored. And last but not least, number 10, first ever completed coloring book. I don't have one. Yeah, I don't have one. I will, because I am doing the complete Aria Vale book with Pixie's Projects. That one, there was 14 pages, so we'll be complete with that after 14 months. And I'm doing, Amanda and I have our own color along in Frogs and Friends with by Chris Rainiak. We're going to finish that book. And there's a couple books I want to finish eventually. I know I said that before, but I love, Erica says that in her videos. It's her 10 books to finish eventually. I need to do a video. I might do that video. 10 books I want to finish eventually. Hope that's okay, Erica. I hope I'm not copying you, because I don't want to do 10 books to finish in the year. That would stress me out. Anyway, so I hope you like this video. And like I said, I'm tagging everyone if you have not done this video, but specifically I'm also tagging Amanda Colors, Christina's Art Corner, and Ashley's Coloring Journey. And then anyone else who has not done this tag. So I hope you like this video. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button to be notified when I post new videos. And the thumbs up that you liked it. I really, really appreciate it. I really enjoyed talking to all of you. And I look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye!